This is ridiculous, really. This is ridiculous! This is ridiculous!
Hi beautiful souls, it's Tan back here today with another Venus video, and today we're doing the Venus in Aquarius. So I have made a Venus introduction video. You can click up the links up there and in the description box below to watch that video and then come back and watch this one so you can kind of know what role Venus is playing in your chart. So if you have a Venus in Aquarius, you could have your Sun in Aquarius, in Capricorn, in Sagittarius, in Pisces, or in Aries. You can't have your Sun in any other zodiac sign other than that because Venus doesn't move more than 2 signs away from the Sun. And so I'm going to divide this video into 4 parts. First I'm going to talk about the style, dress style, and the way they present themselves of the Venus in Aquarius, and then I'll talk about how they seduce you. And then I'll talk about what you're attracted to, what qualities you're attracted to if you have a Venus in Aquarius. And then I'll talk about the relationship style of this Venus sign. So if you are a straight woman, the parts of this video that will apply to you will be the dress-up style and the style of the mannerisms. It will be the way you seduce, and it will be the relationship style, so 3-part. If you are a gay woman, however, all of these parts will apply to you, all 4 parts of the video. If you are a straight man, the part that will apply to you will be what you're attracted to in a woman and your relationship style, so 2 of them. And if you are a gay man, the parts that apply to you will be the relationship style and partially the seduction style. So, Venus in Aquarius, when it comes to their style and the way they present themselves, well, I would think about Taylor Swift, who is a Sagittarius with the Venus in Aquarius. And for these people, it seems like blue, like light blue and light turquoise and even white is kind of like their color. I'm not sure why. It's because Aquarius is an air sign, but that seems to be the thing. It doesn't seem to me like they pay too much attention to the way that they dress. It's more like they're kind of casually dressed. I mean, they, however, have this, they appear to have like an airy vibe to them, even though they're dressed pretty casually. Kate Middleton, she's a Capricorn who has with a Venus in Aquarius. And yes, although she can appear to be kind of feminine, but still she has this very cool, casual, airy way of dressing. Ellen DeGeneres, Aquarius, with an Aquarius Venus. She has of course, she's got a bit of a, you know, I feel like not just Ellen, but just all Venus and Aquarius women, they have a more unisex way of dressing. Their fashion sense is not so, it can be kind of neutral in gender. So not super feminine, not super masculine, but unisex. And yes, their fabric is more light and weightless in a sense, like airy, like I said. And, you know, Amal Clooney is an Aquarius with a Venus in Aquarius, and she was actually seen wearing the exact same outfit as Taylor Swift. But I'm gonna have to say sorry, Taylor, but with this outfit, looks like Amal's kind of winning there. Yeah, and I feel like they are not necessarily eccentric or unconventional like you would think that they would be, but they're more of just like, not caring too much. They can really pull off a more like preppy kind of look as well. Preppy mixed modern kind of a thing. Now when it comes to the seduction style of the Venus in Aquarius, this is really interesting because you are going to, if you have a Venus in Aquarius, you're gonna be really cool. Yeah, you're like the cool girl when it comes to like seduction style. You're like so cool and easygoing. And like when Taylor Swift sings, you gotta calm down. Yeah, like they're gonna appear like they've been friends with you for years. They can just easily get along with you, you know. Think about Ellen, she can pretty much get along with anyone. You're gonna be really open-minded. You're gonna seduce somebody, okay, by being open-minded, by showing that somebody can just really be themselves around you. That's really attractive. I mean, somebody comes and they feel comfortable being around you. They tell you all their problems. You listen. You're a really good listener, and you give really good advice. You know, that's how you're gonna go about trying to seduce someone. You can just accept all kinds of weirdness within a person, and when somebody feels that there's a person who is a Venus in Aquarius that really accepts their quirks and their oddities and everything, that's a thing, right? That's like a really great way to bond. But the Venus in Aquarius, by acting like they're your best friend, they make you feel like you can do anything with them. Like anything will go. They're fun. They're fun. If she's a woman, then she'll be kind of like you're a man's best friend. You want to watch a football game? She'll be down for it. You know, she's gonna play with your mind a little bit by making you excited to be with her, by coming into your life, making you feel free and excited, and then she leaves, and then she's gone, and then you feel excited when you have to see her again. If you have Venus in Aquarius, you could be attracted to the celebrities that I was kind of showing you earlier, that kind of mannerisms, dress and style. You're also going to be really excited to that element of kind of not knowing what's going to happen next in someone. Like someone who's a little bit unpredictable, and like you can't always guess what's about to come next. Kind of like that. This element of something bizarre could happen anytime. You like that? Yes, you're going to be attracted to someone who is a friend first to you, who can be your best friend, who's a great company, who's a great support, who's open-minded, not prejudiced, not biased. You will not be attracted to someone who is prejudiced and biased. You like somebody who has a love for everyone, because you also have a love for everyone. So equality amongst all people is a thing that will be really attractive to you in someone. Someone who treats everybody like a friend, someone who treats everybody as an equal. You also like it if they're kind of different from you, and if they have weird hobbies, they do weird things in their spare time, something that most people don't really do. That's really attractive because you feel like you can learn so much from it, and then you get the excitement out of it, and you feel like that person, okay, also doesn't judge others, because if they're doing something weird themselves in their hobbies, as a hobby in their spare time, then they're not gonna judge other people. So you really like that. Okay, so now when it comes to the relationship style of the Venus in Aquarius, okay, I just want to say that having a Venus in Aquarius does not make you more of someone who's gonna want to be in an open relationship. It does not indicate that. It doesn't indicate like polygamy, and it doesn't also indicate bisexuality or homosexuality. It's not that. If you're looking for any of those things, you're looking at someone's Uranus in their chart. So if someone's got like Uranus aspecting their Venus or aspecting their moon or maybe Mars, and then you splatter lots of Aquarius, lots of 11th house in there, then yes, that person can be more likely to kind of engage in the things that I just mentioned. But if they could have a Venus in Aquarius and then have like Saturn aspecting Venus or Pluto aspecting Venus, or Venus in the 10th house maybe, all right? And that's kind of not gonna be predispose them to any of those things that I mentioned earlier. So it's not really about the sign of Venus. But yes, with Venus in Aquarius, there's a theme of needing that element of friendship within a relationship. And why not? Because studies have shown that 90% of the time when you're in a relationship with someone, it's more like you're just friends. And the other 10%, that's the romance, that's the attraction. But 90% of the time, you have to be able to get along like friends. The Venus in Aquarius can be prone to fall for a friend. That can happen. And you know, people might feel like they are not super intimate or super romantic, but that's because I feel like the Venus in Aquarius really understands what it takes to maintain a long-lasting, committed relationship. They understand that it's not just about the romance, and that's why people can kind of misunderstand them. They can feel kind of misunderstood. Like, you as a Venus and Aquarius do kind of need your space, and then you can come together with someone and then engage in activities together, and then you can go and have your space again. So you kind of need that there. I feel like you are, with Venus and Aquarius, you are idealistic in love, but also in a realistic sense. So like I mentioned, like that element of friendship, that is realistic, but it's also idealistic, because as easy as it is to be friends with someone, it's also not that easy, because, you know, to be like a real true friend, it's not something easy to find, right? So it's like you're idealistic, but then realistic. And the Venus and Aquarius, you can be open to all types of relationships because you don't like to judge, right? So, you know, relationships with a big age difference, age gap, with people from different cultural backgrounds and religion, or with people who are, maybe it's like a long distance relationship, or you meet them online, or maybe they have a very different job from you, or different kind of social status from you. Like, you don't mind that thing because that doesn't matter to you. I mean, if you think about all those things that I just mentioned, would you still be can you actually be friends with people who have those differences from you? Totally, right? So if you can be friends, the Venus and Aquarius will be open to it. You are looking for someone who is really good-hearted, because you are very good-hearted by nature. So you need someone who's kind, someone who is generous to everybody. That is the kind of person that will keep you loving them. At the core of the Venus and Aquarius, you love everyone, and therefore you need someone who does the same, someone who loves people as well. You have this inner need to stand up for people, for injustices, to fight for the, you know, for humanity, and you need someone who has that same kind of passion as you. You know, for you, it's really not about it's really not about traditions at all, because at the end of the day, if you and your partner can do something together or be someone in the world that is able to live with the sense of live in accordance with human rights, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Like, for you, traditions, but if traditions is going against human rights, you're gonna go with the human rights. You are very loyal, and you really do require that element of trust in your relationship, because you want to be able to experiment, whether that's with a partner, or you can go off on your own and experiment and see the world on your own. You need that. And if there's no trust, then it's hard to grow. It's hard to experiment with a partner in a relationship. You know, I think one of the most beautiful things about having a Venus in Aquarius is that I feel like this Venus sign really knows and understands how to give unconditional love to someone. And it's really good if you're in a relationship with them, because they know that if they let you go, if they give you freedom, and if they hold on to you very lightly, then they're really actually giving you love. Because love is not about doing something for someone and then expecting them to give it to you in return, and that's not unconditional love anymore, right? And the Venus and Aquarius, it's not like that. If they really do love you, they will let you go. They will give you freedom. They will allow you to grow in any way that you wish to grow. They will support you in all of your hopes and dreams and wishes of life. They will not expect that in return from you. They're willing to give that to you. And if you come back to them, they'll provide a safe, trustworthy place for you to be in. But of course, if you hold on to them too tight as well, then that would be equivalent to inequality, because, you know, you've got to be given the same, right? That makes the Venus and Aquarius really able to understand real love. It's not about jealousy or possessiveness, you know, it's about allowing their partner to grow And sometimes we have to change ourselves completely in order to grow. We have to be a completely new person. We have to venture into unknown territories. We have to take risk in our lives. And the Venus in Aquarius does not view it as risk, does not view it as change in a bad sense. They just view it as growth. They view it as enlightenment. Like, they will give you the space for you to be more enlightened, to be a better version of yourselves. Even if they're not in the picture for a while, that's okay for them. And I think that's really beautiful. So that's my take on the Venus in Aquarius. If you have a Venus in Aquarius, please leave in the comments below what your experiences have been with this Venus sign. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button below to come along with us on more astrology journeys of self-growth and having better relationships with the people around us. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!